What's up YouTube, it's Jay from CB Outdoors. Just a quick review of the ear defenders that I've been using for probably about 6 months, 8 months when I first started shooting. I'm using at the moment the 3M Peltor SportTacs. They're a digital electrical ear defender, so obviously they've got noise dampening technology inside them that obviously noise dampens the shot, but obviously you can actually still hear range commands, and obviously you can, if you're clay shooting, you can basically chat the shit with your mates and obviously take the piss because you know what they're saying. A little bit better in the in-ear ones when obviously you ain't talking like an 8-year-old woman and saying what every 5 seconds, which is a nice little feature. But here's the box it comes in. Nice little cardboard box, load of gumph on the back, got crap on the top. When you get them, it comes with obviously all your instruction manuals, and the nice part about the SportTacs is they've got replaceable cups as well. The one I got, you get just the reds and the blacks that are on the actual headset. But you can get other models where it's got green and it's got orange, and you can even get the nice fetching looking white ones, which I might be getting soon. They're really easy to change. You basically just flick the clip down and obviously pull it off, and that's how you actually change the batteries as well. This side is the main unit. You've got your power on, your plus and minus button for obviously your volume control, and obviously this is the way they actually work. They've got obviously a microphone inside them, which obviously senses the amount of decibels that are actually going into the actual unit, and obviously when you've got a very loud gunshot, i.e. it basically dulls the volume down inside the actual unit, and obviously makes it to a safe level, so obviously you can hear it and you don't go bloody deaf. But that's how it works. The way you put them on is obviously the microphones are facing obviously at the front of your face. Nice lovely gel pads. Sorry about the dirt in them, I do sweat in them quite a bit. Nice comfy gel pads which are replaceable from Peltor or in any Peltor dealers. The headband is lovely and ample for your big-headed people, and it's got a lovely cushioning to it. If you need to adjust them, all you do, simple as that, pull them out, push them back in again for your small-headed and your big-headed people. To store them away, nice little feature. You basically push them in, and that's it. Nice little package. Whack it in your shooting bag. Ain't sticking out or anything like that. It's lovely. General thoughts on these? They're a great headset. I've worn them for rough shooting. I've worn them for clays. I've worn them for rifle shooting. They work perfectly fine. The manufacturers quote probably about a 500 hour battery life, but obviously it would depend on how much you're using, obviously depending on what good batteries you put in it really. Obviously the colder weather, obviously battery's not going to last long. It takes two times 2 AA batteries, which like I said are in the ear cup, and obviously they're readily available and you can change them. I think they do come with an MP3 compatibility as well, so you can pipe MP3s into them, but you have to get a proprietary adapter to use that. But like I said, yeah, they're the 3M Peltor SportTacs. They're a little bit more the expensive electronic ear defenders on the market. You can get the cheaper ones. But I thought I'd pump for a nice expensive pair. I think online you can probably get them between probably about £70 and about 130, 140, obviously different depending on what guise you're getting them in. But yeah, obviously shop around. I got these from Amazon a little while ago. I think I paid about £110, something like that, from an online dealer. So obviously, yeah, go on Amazon and other good search engine shopping places and obviously see what you can find. But yeah, they're roughly about 70 to 120 quid, something like that. But yeah, they do exactly what they say on the tin really. They're an electronic ear defender, really comfortable, really easy to use, and yeah, they do what they're supposed to do. But yeah, that's it YouTube. Nice little quick review. There's not much I can say about a pair of bloody ear defenders, but there you go. If you want any more comments or obviously any in-depth weights or sizes or anything like that, obviously hit me up in the comments box and I can whack it up obviously through the comments. But yeah, little comparison and a little review of the ear defenders that actually Paul's using at the moment. These are the Howard Leight Impact electronic ear defenders. A little bit cheaper than the Sport-tacs, the Peltors, but to be quite honest, they're adequately good. Obviously, you pay your money, you take your choice, really. These retail in the UK for about between 43 and 70 quid, obviously depending on what outlet you get them from. I think, as far as I know, Paul bought these from Amazon, and I think he picked them up for about 55 quid, something like that, including delivery for a set of electronic ear defenders. I think that's pretty good. Obviously, they're not as well built as the Peltors, and the padding's a little bit not as soft and not as supple, but like I said, you pay your money, you take your choice. But let's get into the little ins and outs of these ones. Obviously, you've got a little bit more layman's rocker switch, which obviously you click it all the way and it clicks, and that's off. You slide it up, it clicks, and that's your volume button. Basically, you just turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, and then obviously when you want to turn it off, you turn it right back, and it basically don't go anymore and clicks, and that stops. Like the Peltors, it's got the little foam pads, which obviously go to the front of your head, which obviously where the sound goes in, and obviously it gets reduced to a safe level. On these ones, they've got a nifty little 3.5mm jack as well, obviously, so you can plug your MP3 player, or if you've got a mobile phone, obviously with that sort of capability, you can obviously plug your mobile phone in it or something like that. Like the Sport-tacs, they're adjustable on the little rails as well, obviously, so they're really easy to adjust on the fly. Likewise the other side. With the batteries, it's a little bit of a pain in the arse to actually get these off. You have to clip the whole body off to get them, so they're not as easy as the Peltors, where you just click the click up and just pull them off. You have to get a screwdriver in these little buggers and basically just flick them off. But these ones take 2 AA batteries as well, and I think the manufacturers say they last roughly about 400 hours, something like that, as well as obviously the Sport-tacs claimed for obviously 500 hours, but like I said, it's dependent on weather conditions, how much you use them, how cold your batteries are, and how good your batteries are in the first place. But yeah, they're a nice ear defender. Apparently they've got like an airflow technology to obviously stop your bloody head sweating and your ears sweating after a little while. But like I said, Paul's had these for about 8 months, something like that, and he loves them. They're really good, but to be quite honest, there's not a lot you can say about a pair of ear defenders other than they're really comfortable and they do their job, and obviously stop you going deaf. But yeah, nice little design feature, obviously difference from the Sport-tacs being the 3.5mm jack. But yeah, they're designed to obviously stop the noise deafening you, and that's what they do, and they do it really well. And obviously being electronic, obviously you can actually hear other people talking and hear the range command as well, which is a bonus. But that's it. Well, let me grab the Sport-tacs and we can do a little comparison, obviously size of earmuffs and obviously just rough construction as well. As you can see, obviously they're both like the clamshell design. The Sport-tacs has got obviously a bit bigger ear cup, which some people might like, some people don't. The Sport-tacs has got a little recessed lug. The only thing that Paul said about these is where they haven't got a really big recess, when you're shouldering a shotgun or something like that, it basically pushes the ear muff up, so obviously it doesn't seal to your head as much, and obviously it doesn't make it as effective. With the Peltors, obviously they've made it a little bit different, so obviously you've got the recess part here to obviously so the butt or it doesn't catch on the stock, and obviously lift the ear defender up, obviously making it a little bit less effective. And that's one thing obviously Paul said about them, that obviously might make your choice between the two a little bit different. But yeah, as you can see, they're basically both exactly the same, except obviously the Impact Sports have got easier volume control, but obviously these are pretty easy anyway. You've got plus and minus, and obviously you're on and off, and obviously there's only one on the actual fin bob. Only other thing with Peltors, obviously if you want to run an MP3 player, you have to get a proprietary lead. The Impact Sports have got just a 3.5mm jack that you can just plug in. Both roughly the same weight, both roughly the same style, obviously clamshell style, exactly as 90% of bloody ear defenders in this country are. Both easily on the fly adjustment on the little bars, obviously pull them out, push them in. They both fold into the little clamshell as well, like the Sport-tacs do, so they're nice and easy to store. in your range bag or anything like that. I think these come in 2 different colours. I think they come in the black, and I think they come in the olive drab green as well. So obviously, if you like your if you're a tactical M16 person or something like that, you might want to get them in black. But if you like your olive drab, which these are, I don't think Paul really gives a shit, to be honest. Like I said, they're a pair of ear defenders. That's what he's used them to stop himself going deaf. He's used them on the Bisley, on the rifles, 4-bores, 308s, 223. They muffle the sound really well. I haven't got any problems using obviously the higher caliber rifles, obviously the louder noise, and he's used them obviously for clays and things like that, and they perform perfectly well. When I call him a wanker, he knows I can. He knows I call him a wanker because he can hear me. So they do their job in that sort of way. And he knows he's shooting like a dickhead when he's shooting like a dickhead as well. But yeah, that's them basically. Both the same weights, like I said, and both basically the same charge. Well, obviously one's about 50-60 quid and one's about 120 quid, but like I said, you pay your money, you take your choice really. There's no saying this one might last, the Impact Sports might last longer than the bloody Peltors, but obviously 3M have got a big name in obviously ear defenders and things like that. They're a big company. I think they're from Sweden, so they make some good shit. I think these are made in the USA, or no, I think they're designed in the USA. I think the company's in the USA and they might be made in China or something like that. That's obviously how they're making them cheaper. But I know these ones, they're probably both made in bloody China. They're probably made in bloody same shops just down the road from each other, more than likely. And then they're all shipped over. They're all put in their nice little fancy packaging, and they probably put what 60-70% more on the markup. But like I said, you pay your money, you take your choice. I like the Peltors. I've used these as well, don't get me wrong, they do exactly what they say on the tin. They muffle the sound, but I don't think they're as comfortable as the Peltors over a longer time. But like I said, obviously that's probably where you pay your money for. Obviously you get a bit more cushioning and you get a little bit more lastability out of it. But yeah, that's it YouTube. Just after this little bit, we're going to run through a little close-ups of the actual headsets. So you can see them a little bit better. So you can't, obviously you can't see them too well when my hands are moving around every 5 seconds. But yeah, we're going to whack them on a special third member of our team, and obviously you better see them in depth, in close up. Cheers for that YouTube. We'll whack over to the close-ups. Thanks a lot.